So we have some stocks to break down today, guys. All of these just reported earnings. Literally, they're hot off the press, guys. So let's dive into it. Hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe, and let's talk stocks. So overall, we had a pretty decent green day in the U.S. stock market. Honestly, great green day considering every index in the U.S. market went up. We had the Qs up 0.6%, Dow went up 0.3%, the S&P about 0.3%, and the Russell went up, let's see, about 0.5%, as oil, both Brent and WTI, went down about 5-6%, and Bitcoin broke out of 80K momentarily, and now it's back to about 78, 79K. But either way, man, excuse me, guys, very good day for the stock market. We're getting pretty close to all-time highs again on the Dow. Not really, too close, I guess, but we're starting to rebound on the charts. We're looking pretty good. Russell, same thing. Buyers are coming in. Qs looking decent as well. We're seeing that inverse head and shoulders still intact. And the S&P 500, looking at SPY, we're getting buyers exactly where we want to see them, guys. Excuse me. Excuse me, guys. But yeah, we're seeing the buyers come in right at 760, right at that old resistance, which is now acting as support. Also right above the 180 moving average. This is very good overall. And it looks like to me, I don't know about you guys, but on all these charts, this is a healthy pullback. What we've seen here, and buyers are already coming in. Cheers to that, guys. Got the good old water today. We've had enough coffees. We're back on the water here, guys. Cheers. So yeah, that's the quick rundown. Pretty good day. Oil slipping, risk on type day, VIX down. What more could you ask for, right? Very solid day. And we got earnings today out of a bunch of companies. We saw Dick's this morning report earnings, and their stock went down so much, 31%. Unbelievable. Probably one of the worst days ever for Dick's. I mean, it's got to be one of the worst days ever. $55. Now the stock's down on the day, $55, but from highs over $120, and the stock's down 50% from where it was just 2 months ago. That is devastating, guys. Very bad day for Dick's Sporting Goods. And the company reported, let's see here, earnings per share. Where are the earnings per share? I just saw them a second ago here, guys. They reported adjusted EPS $3.53, which missed the $3.77 estimate. So that missed, and sales came in at $5.58 billion versus $5.65 billion. So they missed sales as well. And let's see, guidance can't be good. $21.9 to $22.2 billion for fiscal 26 sales versus $22.33 billion expected. So sales guidance is a little soft, but honestly not too bad. And it looks like here their 26 comp sales growth outlook, it's at 2.5% to 4%, and they cut Foot Locker forecast to -2 to flat. That is not good. So their earnings are just rough, down 25%, on track for record percent decrease. Yeah, that was the worst day, what we just saw ever for Dick's Sporting Goods. And it's got to be on some metric that we're not seeing. I mean, yeah, they double missed. Earnings were not great, but we're seeing here, it says same-store sales ring warning bells. It looks like that's spooking investors to a big degree here. And again, we're down 30%. So this stock now is trading pretty much where it was at back in 2023. And even with this drop, I know it was a devastating day. And let me know in the comments if you guys are in Dick's Sporting Goods. I hope nobody watching is in Dick's Sporting Goods or was in Dick's Sporting Goods today. But let me know in the comments. And believe it or not, even with this 30% drop, we're not looking that bad on this max chart on the monthly time frame. It's honestly not looking that bad, but I'm not touching this with a 10-foot pole, guys. I'm not playing the relief rally. I'm not playing the turnaround play. This is much more of a wait and see approach for me. Maybe if it pops a little bit, maybe it's worth shorting with how negative the sentiment is right now around Dick's Sporting Goods. So those earnings were this morning. Now the quarter or the one that we're about to break down now, they just reported their quarterly earnings just now. Intuit, guys, INTU, which this stock went down 3% on the day, about 3.5%. And now in the aftermarket, it is down even more. Oh, wait a second. It closed at 355 and it got all the way to 301. Oh, man, that was a 15% drop initially for Intel. Or not Intel, Intuit. My bad. Not Intel, Intuit, guys. And it saw a rebound back to 345. Now it's at 327. So Intuit reported earnings per share of $4.03. That beat the 358 estimate on adjusted EPS on sales of $4.35 billion versus $4.26 billion expected. So double beat out of Intuit. And their guidance must have been soft. Oh my gosh, yes it was. Q1 GAAP EPS of $1.71 to $1.75 versus $2.27 expected on adjusted EPS, 244 to 248 versus $4.04 expected on sales of 4.29 to 4.31 billion versus 4.36 billion expected. So very soft guidance out of Intuit. Double beat, sure, but the fact that the guidance is bad, that brought the stock under the 180 moving average. Now it is rebounding. All right, buyers are coming in slowly at that moving average, but this is not a dip I'm buying right now. You know, I'm waiting on it. I'm going to see how the next couple of days post earnings go, especially with the weak guidance. You know, if this on the flip side, if Intuit reported great earnings, great guidance, and the stock sold off momentarily, hey, maybe that would be a dip to actually buy, right? But the fact that it's dipping on terrible guidance, I'm not buying that. You know what I mean? Zoom is another one, ticker ZM. This one's down. Oh man, this one closed down 3-4% on the day. Now it's down another 3-4% in the aftermarket. Zoom reported $1.55 adjusted EPS. That beat the $1.48 estimate on sales of $1.27 billion versus $1.269 billion. So pretty much a double beat out of Zoom. Looks like they see Q3 adjusted EPS of $1.46 to $1.48 versus $1.50 expected on sales of $1.27 to $1.28 billion versus $1.282 billion expected. They actually raised their adjusted EPS guidance for the full year and raised their full year sales guidance. So honestly, this could be a dip worth considering. Not telling you guys to buy, not telling you what to do, but this one's slipping on decent guidance, and it got a little overbought, maybe ahead of itself, and it needed a reset. Arguably, we got it. Zoom went from 83 to 110 in 20 days, 30%. I mean, come on. It needed to cool off. We got it. So this actually could be one worth considering. Do your own research, though, as it is falling on good guidance, which I like to see for a potential opportunity. Do your own research. Again, guys, let's see. Another one I'm watching. And by the way, guys, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. Hit that follow button if you haven't done so already. Another one here is Box Inc., ticker BOX, which has been crushing it for a while now, for a couple of months. The stock's been uptrending. Beautiful uptrend here. And they reported adjusted EPS of let's see, 40 cents, which came in line versus the estimate on sales of $321 million versus $319 million. So pretty good earnings out of Box. They did lower their 27 GAAP EPS guidance a little bit. Looks like here they raised their full year 27 sales guidance, though, from 1.28 to 1.29 billion versus 1.28 billion, so not bad. They lowered their 27 adjusted EPS guidance, so mixed guidance there. Decent quarter out of Box. Stock's not reacting too poorly at all on that weak guidance for adjusted EPS. In fact, it sold off, digested it. Now we're back in the green in the aftermarket. So watch out for this, for the strength to potentially continue on this stock here, guys. We can see now we're getting pretty close. We're pretty much at the highs from the end of December, heading through, up until really November of 2025. So we're getting close to these highs. We're pretty much at them. So watch BOX. And the last stock for this video, guys, is Novo Nordisk. Let me pull it up. NVO is the ticker, which you guys remember. Well, some of you probably do, especially if you're in my Patreon, where you get all my trade alerts, my positions, right, my portfolio breakdowns every week, the Discord chat. All that is through Patreon. Shameless plug. Link down below in the bio and the comments as well. We talked about a couple months ago our trade in Novo Nordisk. We made a killing. The stock went all the way to $65. We traded it all the way from the mid 40s pretty much. We sold it at the right time. Now this thing, well, it's come down a good chunk, but it's starting to recover quite nicely. Higher highs, higher lows. We're now starting to push through these moving averages on the 4-hour chart. And yes, there is a lot of competition in the space Novo's in, GLP-1s, this, that, blah, blah, blah. We're not going to talk about the fundamentals today, but they are a key player in that space. They're doing pretty well, and the stock is rebounding on 2 decent quarters in a row. They just hit about $52 back in the end of July, about a month ago. Then we sold off after earnings, kind of found our footing here in the mid 40s. Now we're starting to push back towards 50. I think this could have legs back to $50, $52 a share, maybe even higher. This gap could fill, in my opinion, back towards 52. And if that breaks, hey, maybe we get back to where we were when I initially sold it, or last sold it, back in the mid 60s. We'll see, guys. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Hit the like button. Again, don't forget to subscribe and check out the Patreon. And I hope you guys had a great day. Let me know how you did in the comments. Hope you guys had a great day. And with that being said, I'll see you all in the next video.